Slayer has already made the statement that he's going to play Lava Loon the entire way through. Tin2, we already saw last week, is a really, really capable Expo player, so I'm really...
I think Lava Loon's favored in that matchup, so maybe it's like a different style of play or certain lists, maybe? We'll see. Right away, the game takes off, though, and damage lead goes out for Tin2 as the Goblin Barrel comes out. There was no arrows to defend by Godslayer.
Yeah, it looks like Godslayer had the minions for that, but it still took some damage right there. So Spirit Goblins are going to do some damage. Here comes a Lava Hound to tank for that Mega Minion. Inferno Tower is going to come down. Princess to crush the arena. Ice Spirit's going to jump and freeze those, and the Princess is going to get some splash damage onto those pups. And this Inferno Tower is going to fall, but not before it takes down the push from Godslayer.
So we have Logbait going up against Lava Loon. And we did talk about the Expo matchup. How do you think this Logbait deck pairs up?
Oh, I think the Logbait goes really well against Lava Loon. The Inferno Tower there would stop it, and the Rocket also to do some additional damage, especially where it can hit the balloon and make it one-shot from an Ice Spirit.
A great resourcefulness out of Tin2 there. He used the Knight on defense, 3 Elixir, to counter the 4 Elixir Baby Dragon while the tower cleaned it up. Even though only the half health of the Knight remained, it was able to tank the tower. Goblin Barrel comes down, gets a good chunk of damage on the tower while it's shooting at the Knight. You're using a card on both offense and defense very effectively.
Yep, minute and a half in, and Tin2 has not received a tick of damage on his tower. Lava Hound coming down in front of that Mega Minion. Here comes the Inferno Tower in response. Let's see what Godslayer does against this.
I think he might have, unfortunately, been a little low on Elixir. You drop the 7 Elixir Lava Hound at the river, you don't exactly have a follow-up. If you had a Lightning there, a Lightning on the Inferno Tower and the Princess would have been really good value, and could have pushed 1,000 or more damage onto that tower.
He opts to throw a Goblin Barrel onto that, and the pump is going to go down, but if that one Goblin in the back lived, which it doesn't, it would have activated the King Tower.
I think Tin2 is happy with that either way. I mean, that's 3 Elixir to take most of the damage, or almost every pump off of that Elixir collector. That's the same as a miner, right? Yeah,
876 down on the left-hand side for Godslayer. And Godslayer is looking to be in a lot of trouble right now.
I think Godslayer does not have Log in his deck, right? He's got Zap. I think Tin2 just made that read for the first time. He's like, I've seen every card in your deck, you ain't got Log, buddy. And he's feeling a lot more comfortable putting things like Goblin Gang and Princess right next to each other. Normally you're hesitant to do that stuff because a Log wipes you out. 6 Elixir for only 2. But when they don't have it, you can be a lot more greedy with your Logbait sort of plays.
Yeah, a Zap is going to come down on the Goblin Barrel, but the Goblins still get 2 hits, and Goblins from the Goblin Gang are going to connect, and 28 damage, or 28 health remains on that left-hand tower, and Tin2 is just going to take it down, no problem. Takes game number 1 in match 7 of the day.
And we talk about how matchups can really make all the difference. Your deck choices, you only get 8 cards to put in your deck. The choices between Zap or arrows, between Log or, arrows, whatever, these really make all the difference. And in that game, we saw Zap really let down Godslayer. Zap did not kill. There's a Lightning, because I'm on the ladder, so you want to make sure you can get those cards maxed out. But you're right, Arrows is so effective against cards like Minion Horde that sometimes Log will let you down. We open up with an Elixir Collector, and then a Rocket comes out. I think Godslayer is already back onto his preferred Lava Loon deck. We might see the Rocket this time. The Rocket's actually pretty decent against the Inferno Tower. I think you'd rather have Lightning, but we'll see.
Yeah, so Goblins are going to come out here, take down the Princess. Goblin Gang will finish those off. And 3 Musketeers coming out from Godslayer.
Wow. I wonder if it's a Lava Hound 3 Musketeers deck, or if he's just actually playing 3 Musketeers and going to give you the old rope-a-dope.
Yeah, he might have been seeing other players play it, and he's like, hey, that looks fun.
Yeah, this card seems good. Win some games. You can do that. Princess is coming down. Tin2 looks like he's locked into the same deck, the Logbait cycle deck. No miner I noticed in this. This is just straight Logbait. No.
Oh, there's the Bandit coming out. The Bandit isn't going to charge. No, the Goblin Gang comes down. I love the anticipation of the Bandit. And
taking out some of those Goblins already, though, reduces the amount of damage the Goblin Gang will do on the counterattack. So while it is countered, it does soften the blow.
Yeah, Rocket coming out from God. I think Godslayer at this point is just baiting out the Rockets.
Yeah, I think you're just doing that because as long as he's rocketing an Elixir Collector in the middle of the field, he's not rocketing your towers.
Yeah, and you don't want him to get, you don't want Tin2 to get any kinds of rocket value on your tower. Battle Ram Goblins coming in. Log, Ice Spirit, take that down. Knight will clean up the Battle Ram, no problem.
I believe what Godslayer is trying to do here is just survive until double elixir time. Assuming he's got some sort of, whether it's 3 Musketeers, whether it's Lava Hound, whether it's both, double elixir time is going to help you out so much more, because even if you're vulnerable, you're only vulnerable for a few quick seconds before having that elixir back and being able to defend.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bandit is going to come out at any point right now, or is Godslayer's just going to let them go. Musketeers actually lock on for a few hundred damage on that right-hand side.
Just like that, Godslayer takes the damage lead here in game 2 over Tin2. Another pump comes out. We're not going to see a rocket this time. Looks like he's going for it.
Yeah, Goblin Barrel going onto the pump. Minion Horde coming out from Godslayer, though.
And that's the first time we've seen Minion Horde in this matchup. The Princess is going to start softening him up, but they've already done their job.
Oh, the Bandit's going to take down the Princess. Oh, the Knight comes down and blocks.
Wow. Wow, she is definitely alive, and I don't know if we're going to see a log or a zap or something like that to try to get rid of the Princess. She's going to get a couple more shots.
Yeah, the Princess just did some serious damage to those Musketeers. Battle Ram's going to come down. The heal spell from Godslayer.
3 Musketeers heal. We didn't see this at all. We didn't see it win a single qualifier match. I don't think we saw it at all last week in the Crown Championship in any region. I'm excited to see it here. The Bandit's still going. The Musketeers still shooting.
Oh, wow. Godslayer keeping up the pressure very well.
Ooh, good Ice Spirit. Here comes the Goblin Barrel in.
Oh, it misses a Goblin. The log missed a Goblin. Wow. The Goblin was able to take down the Princess.
Great sequence of plays there by Tin2. Set up the Goblin Barrel, use the log to take out the Musketeers. Between the Ice Spirit, some Princess shots, and the log, it took it down. And unfortunately, we're seeing another
Bandit
oh,
heal.
it does hit.
The
It
Bandit
hits again.
charges.
And it's locked on. We got a tower down to
Wow.
1090. Godslayer keeps taking the damage lead back. We've got a really back and forth game here. We are in overtime. The next tower to go down means the game is over. Every hit point matters. We're starting to see a rocket cycle out of
aggressive
10-2.
rocket.
This is the time to go, and we're going to see a heal here. We do see a heal to counter the Princess.
Oh, the Goblins are going to go to the Princess. Are they going to kill it in time? The Bandit is going
no.
to charge onto some of the Goblins. The Bandit is not going to live. The log is going to come out, and Tin2 is going to be able to rocket cycle right here.
Exceptional defense. I loved Godslayer's deck choice. I liked how he changed it around, but unfortunately it was not enough, fast enough to take it out. Once Tin2 switched to rocket cycle and went to pure defense, Godslayer just couldn't get through. Tin2 takes the game 2-0, takes the match 2-0.
Yeah, wow. The Bandit plays from Godslayer, but the defense from Tin2 was absolutely phenomenal.
Once again, I think log almost made all the difference in that matchup. I mean, Tin2 had a couple logs that felt like he turned the game around. The key moment, if I could switch.
Was pretty well with that, which is not pretty well, I guess. Because he did okay with that,
Yeah.
we might be seeing more Minion Horde.
This Princess placement, I don't know if it's easier to so much aggro on her, nothing locked on the tower, and it stayed alive through everything. That placement alone, I think, will save that tower.
He did that a lot. He got so much value out of his princesses.
Absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna have to say though, my favorite play of the game was the Goblin Barrel on the pump.
Yeah.
So he started Rocket. Tin started Rocket.
The players' names, you should probably write them down, memorize them. You're going to see quite a lot of them throughout this week and next week as well. I'll give you a quick rundown of how this works. So this is a round-robin style tournament, which means every player here is going to be playing every other player once, which means everyone's playing 7 matches. A match is a best of 3 games, and the way you earn points is by winning a match. So even if you lose a game, you'll still get the full point by winning 2 of the 3 matches. Now, it might look a little skewed right now, but the way this scoreboard works is by score differential. So essentially, it's your wins minus your losses. So you'll notice that Rice might be sitting in the middle at 2 wins and 2 losses, so he's technically at a 0 differential, while Tin2's above him at 1-0. And just to explain the color coding at the top, if you do end this round robin in the top 2, you get preferential seeding going into our finals. And if you end bottom 2, you're out, you're done, your dreams are crushed, and we're not going to get to see anymore.